Good morning, everyone. My name is Rudra Gupta and my ID is 1268. I am a student at Techno India University. Today, along with my group members, we will be discussing the concept of marginal costing. Our presentation will cover its definition, importance, key concept, a comparison with absorption costing, calculation methods, and its application in decision making. We will also highlight the advantages and limitations of marginal costing. Now let's start with the definition. Marginal costing is a costing technique where only variable costs are charged to cost units and fixed costs are treated as period costs. Now let's move to the next slide. The key concept, variable cost. Variable costs are those which vary in direct proportion to change in volume during a specific period. Examples include electricity bill, raw material, and direct labor. Fixed costs, on the other hand, are costs that do not vary with the change in volume of output within a specific period. These costs remain constant regardless of production level. Contribution margin. Contribution margin represents the portion of sales revenue that exceeds the total variable cost. It measures how sales contribute to covering fixed cost and generating profit. Break-even point. Break-even point is the level of sales at which the total revenue equals total cost, resulting in zero profit. This is a crucial concept for business to understand how much they need to sell to cover their cost. Now we will compare marginal costing with absorption costing. In absorption costing, both variable and fixed costs are charged to cost unit, while in marginal costing, only variable costs are charged to cost units and fixed costs are treated as period cost. This distinction can significantly impact financial reporting and decision making. Now, our next member Raj will continue with the calculation of marginal costing.
Hello, my name Raj Mondal, ID 1216. I'm going to say about calculation of marginal costing. Formula. Marginal costing is equal to change in total cost by change in quantity. Example consideration. It is the total cost of products producing 100 units in $1,000 and 101 unit in 1010. Marginal cost is equal to 1010 minus $1,000 divided by 101 minus 100 is equal to $10. Interpretation. This cost help in pricing decision and optimizing production level. Next slide, please. Contribution margin analysis. Definition. Contribution margin analysis is a financial metric that measures the amount by which sales revenue exceeds variable cost. It is used to determine how much the revenue contributes to covering fixed cost and generating profit. Formula. Contribution margin is equal to sales revenue minus variable cost. Example. If a product sell for $50 and variable cost is $30, the contribution margin is $20. Importance. Help in understanding profitability and making price decision. Now I am handovering to Suryyasish Indu, our next member.
Hello, my name is Suryyasish Indu and my ID is 1297. So I will be discussing about break-even analysis. Important. Determine the minimum sales volume need to avoid losses. Formula. Break-even point is equal to fixed cost divided by contribution margin per unit. Example. Suppose if fixed costs are $1 lakh and now, suppose fixed cost is $10,000 and the contribution margin per unit is $20. Break-even point will be is equal to $10,000 divided by $20. That means it will become $500 per unit. Next slide, please. And this is the diagram of our break-even point analysis. So, next slide. Cost volume profit analysis. Purpose analyzes the relationship between cost volume and profit. Assumptions: sale price per unit, variable cost per unit, and total fixed costs are constants. All unit product are used. Uses. Next slide, please. Helps in decision making regarding pricing, product mix, and selecting cost structure. And this is the diagram of our CVP analysis. Thank you And now I am handing over to SK Shayan Rashid, our next team member.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sheikh Sayan and my ID is 1295. Slide, please. Next slide,
Continuing
please.
from decision making with marginal costing, Shayan.
Price decision. Determining the minimum prices at which product can be sold without incurring a loss. Make or buy decision. So, analysis whether to produce in-house or purchase from the external supplier based on marginal cost. Shutdown decision. So here the assets were to continue operations for a shutdown based on where sales cover variable cost. Next slide. Example scenario. Production price. If we see the production price on selling 100 units, variable cost is 60 per unit, and fixed cost is 2 lakh. So contribution marginal unit here it is 40 per unit. So if it is 40 per unit, 100 minus 60, it is giving the break-even points. Uh, and with 5,000 units, 2 lakh by dollar 50, $40. Special dollar decisions accepted an order at $80 unit. It covers variable cost and contribute positively. If we see the example, $80 minus $60 divided by 20. Unit contributes a margin. Next slide, please. Advantage of marginal unit. Marginal costing. Constant in nature. Uh, as we all know, marginal costings, while variable cost occasionally changes, but marginal costs are stable for long term. Regardless of the levels of production, marginal cost is constant. And simplified treatment of overheads. By separation fixed overhead from the production cost, uh, it lessens the degree to which overheads are over or under cover. It is also helpful to management. Management finds to helpful because it makes it possible to launch a profitable new production line. Finding out where to buy or manufacture a product help determine the more profitable one. Regarding price and tendering, management has the final say. Next slide. Next slide contains limitations of marginal costing. So we know that difficulty of segmentation, how difficult it is. Since marginal costing is an ascertainment of marginal cost and effect of profit of changes in volume of output by differentiating between fixed cost and variable cost, it's necessary to segregate the expense into fixed and variable items. If we see the difficulty of fixation of prices, marginal costing, the selling is fixed. As we know, on contributions in case of cost plus contract, it is very difficult to price. Thank you.
So hello, my name is Abhishek Das, ID 1272. Now I am going to tell the final part of the project of this presentation, that is conclusion. So conclusion contains some marginal costing serves as a crucial tool for managerial decision making by providing insight into cost behavior, enabling business to optimize pricing, product mix, and resource allocation, and ultimately driving improved profitability and strategic growth. Thank you. Our presentation for marginal costing ends here.